What the Bible actually says about us and why we went into captivity. If you've made it this far, you know by now that the so-called curse of Ham is a lie. Part 1 cleared that up. The curse was on Canaan, not Ham. And in part 2, we located Canaan's descendants today. Now in part 3, we're diving into our story. African Americans, and how we have nothing to do with the line of Canaan or Ham. This one's longer, so clear distractions and grab a snack. Let's dig in. We are known as the people of the transatlantic slave trade. But who were we before that? History confirms we were taken from West Africa, but what's often left out is that West Africa became a refuge for Israelites fleeing Roman persecution after the destruction of Jerusalem in 70 CE. Let's rewind. Before entering the land of Canaan, which Israel took from the Canaanites, Moses gave warnings from the Most High about what would happen if Israel broke the covenant. These warnings are detailed in Deuteronomy 28, starting at verse 15. You should read the entire chapter, but here are a few highlights. Cursed in the city and the field, verse 16. Enemies would rule over us, verse 25 and verses 43 through 44. Families torn apart, verses 30 and 41. Yokes of iron on our necks, verse 48. Scattered among nations and stripped of identity, verse 64. And sold into slavery by ships, verse 68. This wasn't random suffering, it was prophecy. Moses spoke this before Israel even stepped foot into the land. Even after being warned, Israel rebelled. Judges 2:11 through 14 shows how quickly they turned to other gods. This disobedience began a cycle of judgment, leading eventually to Israel's fall at the hands of Assyria and Rome. Yeshua, or whom Christians refer to as Jesus, confirmed this in Luke 21:20 through 24, prophesying the siege and destruction of Jerusalem. He told his followers to flee to the mountains, a warning many took seriously, scattering into places like Mauritania, current-day Tunisia, and further into West Africa over time. Contrary to the Africa is one people myth, Africa is home to many nations, many descendants of Cush, Mizraim, Phut, and others from Ham. But Israelites, who were also dark-skinned, often blended in physically as seen in the lives of Joseph, Moses, and Paul, which we can discuss at another time. But that blending led to a major misconception that Africans sold Africans. But the truth is, many Hamite nations did not see Israelites as their own. Israelites maintained distinct customs, laws, and faith. They were seen as foreigners in African lands. So when it came time to sell captives to Arab and European traders, Israelites, often targeted, were sold by non-Israelite African nations. This wasn't brethren betraying brethren. It was nations acting on ancient tribal lines. And once enslaved, colonizers erased tribal and historical identity, labeling all black people Hamites and denying Israelite heritage. We were deliberately made nameless and stateless. No language, no history, no identity. What Moses prophesied came true. Yokes, scattered families, oppression, slavery by ships. It all happened. And it fits one people's history. Many tribes across Africa, like the Igbo, still hold Israelite customs. But for those of us scattered in America, we've lost nearly everything. That kind of erasure was intentional. Psalm 83:4 speaks of this plan. Come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. And for a time, that's exactly what happened. Some say Israel has been replaced or cut off forever. That's another lie. The Most High never abandoned his people. There are promises of restoration, and that's exactly what we'll unpack in the final post. The same people who were the tail will become the head. Stay tuned.